कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा।
नमस्कार, अभिवादन, अभिनंदन एवं सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। संस्कार मूल्यों के महायज्ञ की इस महायात्रा में हेमा फाउंडेशन की ओर से मैं अनीता सुशील माहेश्वरी, ट्रस्टी एवं क्रिएटिव डायरेक्टर, प्रकृति प्रेम एवं संस्कार मूल्यों के सामंजस्य के तीसरे पड़ाव में उपस्थित आप सभी गणमान्य अतिथिगणों का, सभी शिक्षाविदों का, जिज्ञासुओं का हृदय के अंतःस्थल से स्वागत करती हूँ, अभिनंदन करती हूँ, सानुभिनंदन करती हूँ। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि हेमा फाउंडेशन भारतीय नैतिक मूल्यों को संपूर्ण राष्ट्र में ले जाने के लिए आरआर ग्लोबल की एक परोपकारी इकाई है। पिछले 5 वर्षों में देश के 19 राज्यों, लगभग 110 शहरों एवं हजारों शिक्षण संस्थाओं के लाखों छात्र छात्राओं के माध्यम से नैतिक मूल्यों की स्थापना के लिए हम प्रयासरत हैं। हेमा फाउंडेशन के अंतर्गत हेम वर्च्यूज अ लर्निंग रेवोल्यूशन, जिसके माध्यम से आप सभी हमारे साथ जुड़े एक क्रांतिकारी इस वेब पोर्टल की परिकल्पना का आधार हेम वर्च्यूज अ लर्निंग रेवोल्यूशन, इस वेब पोर्टल की परिकल्पना का आधार ही नैतिक मूल्यों एवं शिक्षा का समग्र रूप प्रस्तुत करना था। 1 अगस्त को प्रारंभ हुए इस वेब पोर्टल ने इतने कम समय में संपूर्ण देश में अपना स्थान स्थापित कर लिया है और आप सभी के अपेक्षित सहयोग से अब तक हमारे साथ लगभग 2457 स्कूल, 2430 टीचर्स एवं 2,06,170 स्टूडेंट जुड़ चुके हैं। इससे पहले कि संस्कारों के महायज्ञ की इस महायात्रा को हम आगे बढ़ाएं, उससे पहले आज जूम वेबिनार में जिन गणमान्य अतिथियों एवं शिक्षाविदों की गौरवमय उपस्थिति हमारे बीच है, उन सभी से आपका परिचय करवाते हैं। सर्वप्रथम हमारे आज के वेबिनार की मुख्य अतिथि महोदया, देश विदेश में अपनी क्षमता एवं योग्यता से भारत देश का नाम रोशन करने वाली, शिक्षा एवं शिक्षा जगत को नया आयाम देने वाली प्रतिभाशाली शख्सियत आदरणीय डॉक्टर ज्योति जी रेड्डी।
नमस्ते।
आप श्री की उपस्थिति को हम प्रणाम करते हैं मैडम, वेलकम।
नमस्ते।
हमारे आज के विशिष्ट अतिथि हैं शिक्षा जगत का एक अति सम्माननीय नाम, प्रतिभाओं के धनी आदरणीय श्री रमेश चंद्र जी जोशी जी। आप श्री की उपस्थिति को हम प्रणाम करते हैं सर, वेलकम सर। आज के वेबिनार की हमारी प्रमुख वक्ता, जानी मानी शिक्षाविद जिन्हें 40 वर्षों का अनुभव है, हेमा फाउंडेशन की एसोसिएट एकेडमिक डायरेक्टर आदरणीय डॉक्टर विजयम रवि मैम और मेरी प्यारी अम्मा। आप श्री की उपस्थिति को भी हम प्रणाम करते।
नमस्ते।
भारतीय नैतिक मूल्यों को अपने जीवन में आत्मसात करने वाले और हम सभी के आधार स्तंभ परम आदरणीय हमारे बापूजी पद्मश्री श्री रामेश्वर लाल जी काबरा। प्रणाम बापूजी। हम सभी के प्रेरणा स्रोत एवं मार्गदर्शक हेमा फाउंडेशन के प्रबंध न्यासी आदरणीय श्री महेंद्र जी काबरा।
नमस्ते सभी को।
हमारे देश की ख्याति नाम मनोवैज्ञानिक, मनोचिकित्सक, फीलिंग माइंड्स की निदेशिका, कोच, टेडेक्स स्पीकर, हेमा फाउंडेशन की सलाहकार निदेशिका आदरणीय डॉक्टर चीनू जी अग्रवाल। वेलकम मैम। समाज के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों के सेवा उपक्रमों में अपनी सेवाएं देने में सदा अग्रणी एक उत्कृष्ट सामाजिक संस्था इंडियन डेवलपमेंट फाउंडेशन IDF के CEO आदरणीय डॉक्टर नारायण AB अय्यर। वेलकम सर। आदरणीय श्रीमती अलका वोरा जी, आप कपोल विद्यानिधि इंटरनेशनल स्कूल की चेयरपर्सन है। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्री तिमिर कुमार सेन गुप्ता जी, आप खेल एवं शैक्षणिक एडामास नॉलेज सिटी के पूर्व निदेशक हैं। आपका शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में 38 वर्षों का समृद्ध अनुभव है। वेलकम सर। आदरणीय श्रीमती लीना नायर जी, आप न्यू इरा सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल बड़ोदरा गुजरात की प्रिंसिपल हैं। आपका शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में 25 वर्षों का अनुभव है। आप ज्ञान सरोवर सहोदया की कोर कमेटी सदस्य भी हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्री फरीद शेख जी, आप गुरुकुल इंग्लिश हाई स्कूल मलाड मुंबई के प्रिंसिपल हैं। आदरणीय श्री फरीद शेख जी। आदरणीय सिस्टर फिलोमिना जोसेफ जी, आप कनोसा हाई स्कूल वसई की प्रिंसिपल हैं। सिस्टर फिलोमिना जोसेफ। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती सुधा शानबाग जी, आप चिल्ड्रंस एकेडमी स्कूल मलाड मुंबई की प्रिंसिपल हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती शर्ली पिल्लई जी, आप पवई इंग्लिश हाई स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती जमीला शेख जी, आप इलिया सरवत उर्दू हाई स्कूल मालवानी मलाड मुंबई की प्रिंसिपल हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय डॉक्टर अंजलिका शर्मा जी, आप राजस्थान विश्वविद्यालय के संगीत विभाग की प्रमुख हैं और आपका बतौर शिक्षिका 30 वर्षों का समृद्ध अनुभव है। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती आशा मिश्रा जी, आप CBSE रिसर्च पर्सन हैं। आप हाल ही में वाइस प्रिंसिपल के पद से सेवानिवृत्त हुई हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती अंजना जोशी जी, आप नासिक हिंदी सभा की प्रशासनिक अधिकारी हैं एवं आप गीता परिवार की वरिष्ठ सदस्य भी हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्री अमित पवार जी, आप कराड़ी पथ एजुकेशन कंपनी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के क्षेत्रीय प्रबंधक हैं। श्री अमित पवार जी। आदरणीय शरीयू खेरे जी, आप श्री AP पटेल हाई स्कूल एंड NJ जूनियर दिनानी कॉलेज की प्रिंसिपल हैं। आदरणीय शरीयू खेरे जी। आदरणीय श्री योगेश शीर्षस्थ जी, आप श्रेयस विद्यालय बड़ोदरा के प्रिंसिपल हैं। आप शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में पिछले 26 वर्षों से कार्यरत हैं। वेलकम सर। आदरणीय श्रीमती रक्षाबेन शाह जी, आप आर्य कन्या महाविद्यालय बड़ोदरा की प्रिंसिपल हैं। आप आचार्य शैक्षिक महासंघ बड़ोदरा की उपाध्यक्ष भी हैं। श्रीमती रक्षाबेन शाह। आदरणीय श्रीमती प्रतिभा संजय दोपावरकर जी, आप श्री पंचवटी एजुकेशन सोसाइटी के श्रीमान बाबू भाई कपाड़िया इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती पल्लवी विभाते जी, आप विखे पाटिल मेमोरियल स्कूल नासिक की प्रिंसिपल हैं। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती रंजना तिवारी जी, आप वर्ल्ड एजुकेशन एक्सप्रेस की फाउंडर डायरेक्टर हैं और आपने लगभग 2 दशकों तक अलग अलग स्कूलों में प्रिंसिपल के दायित्व का निर्वाह किया है। वेलकम मैम। आदरणीय श्रीमती ऋचा कुमार जी, शिक्षा एवं सेवा कार्यों में जाना पहचाना नाम, आप दिशा बोध नाइट अध्ययन केंद्र NGO के साथ जुड़ी भी हैं जो वंचित लड़कियों को शिक्षित एवं सशक्त बनाता है। आदरणीय श्रीमती विमला गट्यानी जी, आप एक समाज सेविका हैं, आप वन बंधु परिषद, एकल विद्यालय और सत्यमेव जयते सिटीजन सोसाइटी जैसी विभिन्न सामाजिक संस्थाओं के साथ जुड़ी हुई हैं। श्रीमती विमला गट्यानी जी, जाने माने शिक्षाविद एवं शोधकर्ता, हेमा फाउंडेशन के एकेडमिक डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर नागपाल सिंह, हेमा फाउंडेशन गुजरात के अध्यक्ष, जाने माने वास्तु विशेषज्ञ आदरणीय श्री वीरेंद्र भाई पांचाल, हेमा फाउंडेशन पूना के अध्यक्ष आदरणीय श्री अतुल भैया सालाग्रे, हेमा फाउंडेशन गुजरात के उपाध्यक्ष डॉक्टर एनजी शाह, सार्वजनिक हाई स्कूल बड़ोदरा के प्रिंसिपल, टेक्स्ट बुक राइटर फॉर गुजरात सेकेंडरी एजुकेशन बोर्ड आदरणीय श्री तेजस जे त्रिवेदी जी, हेमा फाउंडेशन के एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर एवं अपॉर्चुनिटीज अनलिमिटेड के क्रिएटर आदरणीय श्री राजीव भार्गव जी, हेमा फाउंडेशन की एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर एवं क्लोन फ्यूचरा की सीईओ श्रीमती विदुषी डागा, हेम वर्च्यूज अ लर्निंग रेवोल्यूशन में वेदों के गूढ़तम ज्ञान को सरलतम एवं वैज्ञानिक तरीके से समझाने वाले वेदों के परम ज्ञानी वेदाचार्य आदरणीय श्री बालकृष्ण दवे जी, हेमा फाउंडेशन की एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर आदरणीय श्रीमती हेतल देसाई, और अंत में मैं स्वयं अनीता सुशील महेश्वरी, ट्रस्टी एवं क्रिएटिव डायरेक्टर हेमा फाउंडेशन। तो ये थे हमारे आज के गणमान्य अतिथिगण एवं शिक्षाविद। और अब बात करते हैं आज के वेबिनार की। मानवीय मूल्यों को समर्पित संस्कार की महायात्रा में हम पृथ्वी एवं प्रकृति के प्रति हमारे समर्पण की यात्रा कर रहे हैं। इस यात्रा में हम 2 पड़ाव पहले ही पूर्ण कर चुके हैं। प्रथम पड़ाव डॉक्टर चीनू जी अग्रवाल के साथ शिक्षा में प्रकृति संरक्षण के मूल्यों का समायोजन, और दूसरा डॉक्टर नागपाल सिंह के साथ सरल एवं प्रयोगात्मक शिक्षा की पद्धति था। और आज प्रकृति प्रेम के हमारे तीसरे पड़ाव नेचर्स लव थ्रू सब्जेक्ट्स की और हम अग्रसर हैं। दोस्तों, प्रकृति का संरक्षण आज हमारी परम आवश्यकताओं में से एक है। संसाधनों से परिपूर्ण जब धरती ने अपना सर्वस्व जीवन के उद्धार के लिए समर्पित कर दिया हो, परंतु अत्यधिक दोहन ने उस प्रकृति को सृजनकर्ता की बजाय विध्वंसक बना दिया, तब आवश्यकता होती है प्राकृतिक मूल्यों को संजोने की, जीवन को सुरक्षित करने की। यही तो विषय है हमारा आज का, प्रकृति से सीखने का, प्रकृति से सामंजस्य स्थापित करने का, प्रकृति संग उच्च श्रृंखलित हो संपन्नता को प्राप्त करने का, प्रकृति को प्रेम करने का। क्या कुछ नहीं सिखाती हमारी प्रकृति हमें? त्याग, समर्पण, संरक्षण, सहभाव, सद्भाव, निशब्द सर्वस्व न्योछावर करना, सब कुछ। और किसके लिए? जीवन के उत्थान के लिए। हम सब जानते हैं कि ब्रह्मांड में अरबों खरबों ग्रह नक्षत्र हैं, परंतु जीवनदायिनी माता यदि है तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ पृथ्वी, जिसे हमारे ग्रंथों, वेदों, उपनिषदों ने सर्वोत्तम माता का नाम दिया है। आइए उसी पृथ्वी के संरक्षण और हमारे जीवन के लिए उत्थान के लिए हम कुछ करते हैं। प्रकृति से सामंजस्य के मूल्य की ओर अग्रसर होते हैं, जिसे हमारे साथ साझा करेंगी शिक्षा का एक बेहतरीन नाम, सामंजस्य का ही दूसरा रूप, डॉक्टर रवि विजयम मैम, जिन्हें मैं प्यार से अम्मा कहती हूँ। मैं आप श्री को आमंत्रित करूंगी इन पंक्तियों के साथ कि प्रकृति कुछ कहना चाहती है, सुनो। हवा कान में सरसराहट से कुछ कहना चाहती है, सुनो। पेड़ों के ऊपर बैठी चिड़ियों की चहचहाट, वो भी हमें कुछ कहती है, सुनो। फूलों पर इठलाते भंवरे कुछ कहते हैं, सुनो। सागर की लहरों का शोर, बारिश होते ही नाचते हुए मोर कुछ कहना चाहते हैं हमसे, सुनो। ये खूबसूरत सुहानी शाम और ये बगीचे के मीठे आम, तितलियों का कोई नहीं है काम, कुछ कहना चाहते हैं सबसे, सुनो। ये खूबसूरत शीतल चांदनी रात, झिमझिम बरसती सावन की बरसात, और ये खिलखिलाते रंग बिरंगे फूल, ये उड़ती हुई धूल, कुछ कहना चाहते हैं सबसे, सुनो। ये नदियों की कलकल, ये मौसम की हलचल, वो ऊंची ऊंची चोटियां और वो झिंगुर की सीटियां, कुछ कहना चाहते हैं सबसे, सुनो। ये प्रकृति शायद कुछ कहना चाहती है हमसे, प्रेम के गीत गाती है, शांति की बात बताती है। कलकल बहती नदियां दो किनारों को मिलाती है, तो वहीं बड़े बड़े वृक्ष भरी दोपहरी में भी सबको छांव दिलाते हैं। प्रकृति सबको एक साथ सहने का संदेश देती है, सबको एक साथ रहने का संदेश देती है। प्रकृति सबको प्रेम का संदेश सिखाती है। वेलकम डॉक्टर रवि विजयम मैम।
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're clear, Dr. Vijayam. You can start.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
audible.
Am I? Am I?
Yes, Vijayam ma'am, you are audible.
Yes. 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 Namaste. Namaste to all of you. One second. One second. Just a second. Namaste to all of you. Welcome to Hem Virtue, the e-portal of Hema Foundation. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure again to see you all. Namaskar to all the elderly members on the platform, all the office bearers of Hema Foundation, all the principals sitting over there as panelists, the chief guest, Dr. Jyoti Reddy, and Ramesh Chandraji Joshi. Thank you very much for being with us today. And all the principals out there, the teachers out there, and the school managements, if there are any students, all of them, thank you very much. Welcome to each one of you. It is a great day today. I consider it as a very, very privileged day today to talk on nature's love. I am Vijayam Ravi from Mumbai, the most beautiful and happening city of this country. And I take great pride in saying that I'm a Mumbaikar. It is a pleasure to see you all. How are you doing? This I ask you during every webinar. And this time I'm particularly asking you this because there are two very important things wherein I want to congratulate the principals and teachers on one. And then the other thing also I want to say before I go into the actual theme of the talk today. First thing is that this pandemic has driven you mad. I know how much of a pressure that you're going to from one online class to another online class, scheduling the sessions and monitoring the entire activities, getting the children onto your platform. It had been a tough time for you, but you had been doing it really well. And not only that, I was given to understand that you had been even arranging programs, school programs on virtual platform. That gives me immense pleasure. That means the contour of the school structure you've not forgotten, and you are still keeping it up with all the challenges on your plate. And congratulations to all the principals and teachers out there, my very beloved teachers and principals. Pat yourself on your back. It was a wonderful act of yours. That is one thing I want to say. Number two is that many state governments are planning to open up the schools for a face-to-face class. Now, this is something, please do treat this as a small piece of suggestion from a colleague of yours. You have to do three things towards this. If at all you are opening up the schools for face-to-face classes and hybrid learning, you have to consult, communicate, and coordinate. Please consult with your colleagues, your managements, and your teachers as to how you would like to go about, how you are going to recalibrate your syllabus accordingly. And please do plan up for that. That is one thing. Second thing is that you will have to communicate very effectively with the parents, because parents are the one who are very, very badly affected with their children not going to school and lot of issues, many losing jobs, and they have their own issues to handle. So please do communicate your decisions and how safe you are, how helpful you are going to be to their children, because there are many, many people who are affected badly. And particularly, I must give you a small suggestion that our children are so much frustrated. So when they come back to school, I would request all the teachers, all the principals to play the role of mother or a father, because they have not seen the school grounds to play. They had been shut up at home, the kids. They had been only looking into the online classes. So their learning, their language learning or numeracy learning, everything has been badly affected. So embrace them with that kind of a warmth and the love of a mother. That is very, very essential for you. I would also request all the principals to engage one or two more psychological counselors, because your special needs children are very badly affected. Your preschool children are affected. So they all have to be taken into the mainstream, and there had been a digital divide as well. So this is one suggestion I wanted to part of this platform, but I thought I have a responsibility as an adult, as a senior member on the education fraternity. I felt that I have to keep you posted about these precautions. I'm sure you would have done it already, but still I thought I would tell you this. With this, let me pass on to the topic. Now, nature's love is it's a brilliant, beautiful topic that covers all the values in this universe. Love, kindness, coexistence, interdependence,
Dr. Ravi Vijayam,
activity, equality, all these things are connected with nature, nature's love that we are talking about. Now,
Dr. Vijayam. One second, Dr. Vijayam.
Yeah, it has covered.
Dr. Vijayam, can you stop the other device, please? So then the echo goes away.
Can you see me?
Dr. Vijayam, we can, but I have muted you currently. I request you to switch off the other iPad if you can. Or the laptop.
Not working. Phone. Please admit me on phone. Okay, I was talking to you from phone.
Dr. Vijayam, this device is working where you're talking to us from. It is just
Okay.
1 minute. I have muted you because it is echoing.
Can you hear me?
Actually, we can hear you, but it is echoing.
Echo.
Yeah, you'll have to switch off audio of any one of the devices. There are two devices together, no, Dr. Vijayam? 1 second, I'll unmute you. Yeah, now can you?
मोबाइल
No.
मोबाइल
Yeah.
मोबाइल से आप लॉग आउट कर लीजिए और इसे आईपैड से ही रहिए कंटिन्यू.
Dr. Vijayam, log out from all the other devices that you have, and just what you're looking at me right now from that device, just keep it on. That's it.
iPad.
1 second. I will unmute.
iPad is not working.
1 second, 1 second. Yeah, say now, Dr. Vijayam.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Better. Yeah, let's start.
Okay. You are able to hear me? Yeah.
You need to switch off the mobile, Dr.
मोबाइल मैडम मोबाइल से लॉग आउट कर लीजिए. आईपैड प्रॉपर चल रहा है आपका. मोबाइल आप म्यूट करके छोड़ दीजिए. हम लोग आईपैड पे आपको देख पा रहे हैं. आप मोबाइल हाथ में लिए हो ना, तो मोबाइल आप रख दीजिए बस. मोबाइल से यस मोबाइल से लॉग आउट कर लीजिए. आईपैड आपका प्रॉपर कंफर्टेबल चल रहा है. डोंट वरी.
Okay.
यस.
Okay. Is it audible now?
Yeah, clear ma'am. Go now. Yeah, perfect ma'am.
Right.
Yes.
I'm really sorry, viewers. Technology difficulties. Maaf kijiye. I'm really sorry. Okay, let's come back to the. So I was talking about the nature's love and how things are very, very closely connected. You know, so many researchers show that children learn better, they are healthier, they are very happy when they are very close to nature. This research has been going on for a long time, and it is proved beyond doubt. So we have got a lot to learn from nature. You must be teaching math, science, physics, chemistry, everything. It would be a very ideal situation if you are able to connect the subject with values of nature's love. That is the theme we are discussing. Now, before we go into, there are three subjects I'm going to take you through. One is science, another is mathematics, another is English. So before I go one by one, there are two things which I want to say. One is that nature wants to convey something to us, like what Anita had been stating through her poem. It wants to talk to us in several ways. The only problem is that we don't understand. Nature does not need us. We need nature. I would want with the sheet to start the PPT. You know, we have a very beautiful poem written by Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. No one on earth can say beautifully than this. This is such a beautiful poem. The next slide, please. Yeah. Nature's love is depicted through its agents. You have seen flowers, you have seen trees, you have seen fruits. That is a beautiful touch me not flower, which you see as a pink one. A touch me not flower, how beautiful it is. And you see the kind of fruits and the mountains and the water drops. Nature has so many ways to depict its beauty. Let's go to the next one. Next slide. Yeah. Here, I want you to show, there are two videos I'm planning to show you here. The first one is about nature does not need people, but people need nature. So the first one is, Vidushi, the first one, not this.
Some call me nature.
Yes, Julia Roberts.
Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years. 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons, I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
Such a beautiful way nature is conveying to us that it does not need us. We need. So we have to take a call whether we need to respect nature or not. So my very dear teachers, this is one thing I would want you to seriously get into the brain of our children who are going to live much longer than you and me on earth. So they have to treat nature with that kind of a respect and love. The second point that I would request you to see through the second video is that you please do teach. Please do teach. Wait a minute. Please do teach your children that nature is in us and not that we are in nature. We all have a feeling, including our own children, and we all think that we are in nature and nature is spread around us for us to enjoy. It is not so. It is a very wrong concept that we are teaching the children. We should not. Tell the children that nature is not outside them, nature is inside them. They may wonder, and you may ask me, how nature is within me. The food that we eat is from nature. The air that we breathe is nature. The oxygen is nature. The sensorial experiences that we have is the earth. The evolution, the meditation, the mind, the thinking, that is Akash. And the fire within you that burns you, helps you to grow upwards, that is the Panchabhut. So there are 5 elements in them. The 5 elements that make the nature is very much in them, if not in the literal sense. Earth is not in the form of a muddiness. Air is not in the form of like what you see outside. Water is not flowing through us, but they are all present in us. All the 5 elements are present in us. If only we are able to tell the children that nature is within us, they will start respecting the nature. As of now, duality is what we are teaching the children. Nature is one, I am one. So duality doesn't exist. Dvaitam nahi hai, it is only one. Nature is within me. This is what we needed to tell the children. I would request Vidushi to show the second one.
Hinduism, Panch Mahabhut, or 5 great elements, is the basis of all cosmic creation. Our human body as a whole is a complex part of Panchabhut. However, first we will try to understand these few elements that are the earth or Prithvi, water or Jal, fire or Agni, air or Vayu, ether or Akash. It should be noted that although the English translation of these words is related to common objects of knowledge and experience, such as saying a fire, in reality, this does not mean that Agni represents the real fire, but it also means that it is the concept related to thermal energy, something like thermodynamics. The same goes for other elements too, earth or Prithvi. You can touch the earth and smell it too. However, there are 2 types of earth. One is the eternal in the form of an atom or Parmanu. The other type is perishable or Anitya that exists in the form of Karya or works on animate and inanimate levels. Speaking symbolically, our body, the sensory organs are the earth that as a whole takes the form of a jiva or life, but they are perishable. But the elements or atoms are eternal, because after a death we can burn the body. All atoms disintegrate to return to their original eternal form. Therefore, our body and its karya or work are perishable as the mountain or rock is formed, but the atom remains, which is eternal, ether or akash. It is the sky or ether compared to the most common we know around us. It carries sound energy, and when you are in deep meditation, you can hear the sounds of Akash. Only those who have yogic power can hear the sound of Akash. It is this element that unites living soul on the supreme reality. It was Om that was heard as the first sound and is still embedded in the element. Vayu, air. Vayu element represents the driving force of most of the elements in this cosmos. Different Vayus are present in human body in the form of 5 pran. It is omnipresent and can provide its strength to move electrons around its nucleus. Water or Jal refers to the element that resembles properties such as water and can also be seen and felt. It changes its form from the liquid to the gaseous state and represents the cycle that occurs in nature, where water evaporates and returns to the earth in the form of rain and smaller bodies of water combined in the larger ocean. Fire or Agni. Fire is the source of heat and light. Fire makes everything visible to us. While the controlled fire is critical to sustaining life, uncontrolled fire leads to demolition. Fire is purity, like anything. When it catches fire, it transforms into its immaculate form. Ancient Hindu sages tried to combine this superior knowledge beautifully in the daily life of ordinary people of the past, incorporating these concepts in a ritual way as part of the prayers or puja. The general idea was to present the information in a way that was understood by a common man, and also for people to remember these concepts and pass this knowledge from generation to generation in the form of rituals and customs. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you liked it,
So this video was essential according to me to make all of you understand that nature is within us. It is not that we don't know that. Most of us know, but we do not recognize, acknowledge it. So these two things, that nature does not need us, we need nature, and that nature is within us, not that we are in nature. These two principles have to go to the students through you, very dear teachers. This is the thing which I wanted to tell you to begin with. And now let us see how science is linking values to nature's love. The first one I'm going to talk to you about, the science of trees. Let us see this.
Hello, do you know who I am? I am the Earth. Yes, that's right, the planet Earth. And I would like to talk to you about trees, as they are very important both for you and me, and all living things. Do you know how many trees there are on my surface? Almost 3 trillion. Yup, I said trillion. It is difficult to imagine such a large number. And it sounds like so many. But the truth is, we need even more, because they are essential for our environment to remain healthy, as well as for you and me. Every year, 15 billion trees are cut down. It's crazy. When simply looking at a tree, we only observe a part of a complex and fascinating living thing. Underground, you can find the roots, and it is because of them that the tree sticks to the ground, while at the same time, they suck up the water and minerals found in the soil, allowing it to grow. These roots are also like hands grabbing hold of the earth, avoiding it from being eroded by the wind and water. The water and all the nutrients it receives from its roots extend throughout the tree, through the inner part of the trunk, a true column for the tree top. This is where we find the tree's branches, which grow outwards in a similar fashion to the roots underground. Here is where the leaves sprout out, a fundamental element in all trees, as it is because of them that photosynthesis takes place, so they can feed. What does photosynthesis mean? Well, it's a fascinating chemical process. The water, enriched with minerals, reaches the leaves, and then, with the help of the sunlight and the chlorophyll, which is also responsible for the green color they receive, is mixed with carbon dioxide absorbed from the air through the leaves. Photosynthesis is essential for trees, but also is really important for all living things living close by, because it traps carbon dioxide, or CO2, which is one of the causes of the greenhouse effect that is making the temperatures rise all over the planet, meaning me, and that's why I'm so hot. During this process, the tree also expels oxygen, an essential part of the air we breathe. And there are many more benefits we can gain from trees. They're like tiny living planets, offering food and shelter to a multitude of different animals. Human beings get wood and fruit from trees. They help soften the wind strength and rain, as well as reduce air contamination, filtering it through the leaves and branches. And I am sure you have found relief under the shade of a tree on a very hot sunny day. Well, they do a similar thing to me. The forests are one of the best means I have to regulate the climate, thanks to their shade and ability to avoid water evaporation. As you can see, there are many good reasons to look after trees, and better yet, to plant them and help them grow strong and healthy. I suggest a very exciting idea. Encourage your parents to grow trees, for as you know, children can make a world of difference.
So, can we imagine a scenario where there are no trees in this world? We would have never existed. Trees are so wonderful. They give us oxygen to breathe. That is why I said nature is within us. That oxygen is within us. They prevent water pollution. Trees control the climate change. They give you shade. They give living to people. They are giving us food, the carbon. Your DNA is made of everything from nature. So trees are so very helpful, kind. Because of the trees, we get rains. Because of the trees, the ultraviolet rays are prevented. Otherwise, we would have been scorched and we would have been burnt to death. So, in so many, more than one way, trees had been helping us, and we cannot even imagine a scenario without trees. All of us know this. The little ones, you are teaching about the importance of trees in the smaller classes. So I would request you all teachers to tell them, while you are teaching about trees, how beautifully they are helping human being. You can incorporate into them nature's love. How nature is teaching through trees the art of kindness, coexistence, helping, compassion, love. And one more very beautiful thing about trees is that trees only give. They don't take anything. They do not expect anything from you. You are sitting under the shadow of the tree. They give you fruits. Their trunk is for us. Everything is for us from trees. So kindness in the perfect form That is one of the brilliant examples nature's love can show through trees. So this is the value that I would request you to incorporate when you are teaching science of trees to the children. Now, when we go to mathematics, now there is a scenario that our children normally do not like mathematics. It is not like mathematics. It is something like they are scared. They are very worried. How do you do mathematics? I don't know. In fact, when we were discussing, it just happened casually, we were discussing. So my husband was saying something. You know, when they were all children, arithmetics is known to them. But when a problem is given to them, like so many mangoes are there or so many oranges are there, what is the total number of fruits there, etc., etc. When a problem is given, the difficulty that our children face is that they do not know what is the operation to be conducted, whether it is addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, what is to be done there. So it is a very sad state of affairs with many of our children. It is not that they don't like mathematics, but they do not know how to appreciate mathematics. So to the maths teachers, I would say that the first and foremost thing that you can teach the children is that maths is not bad at all, and that mathematics is in them, 100% in them. When I said the 5 elements make up the human body, the 5 is mathematics: Pancha Dhatu, Pancha Tanmatra, Panchendriya, all these are mathematics in us. So when mathematics is very much in us, when mathematics is very much in nature, when you look around nature, you are seeing mathematics. So like that, you create an interest in the children to learn mathematics. I would say, Vidushi, we actually forgot the first poll, isn't it? Opinion poll. We forgot it in the.
No problem.
We can do that now, one, and then we'll go to the video of the first.
Sure.
Poll. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All right. So here we are launching the first poll. Arvindya? Yeah. So everyone, there is a screen in front of you. Do you think we have the power to influence what happens to nature? You have to choose any one option and please submit it quickly. You have just 5 seconds more. 4, 3, 2, and polling. Can we have the results? Yeah, Dr. Vijayam, 72% said yes, that they do believe that there is a power to influence what happens in nature.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The other people will slowly follow in after they listen to me now. Let us hope for the best that way. Okay, let's go to the first video of mathematics. So in nature, you have beauty, you have mathematics, you have numbers, you have everything in nature. And then when nature is very much within us, all of them are within us as well. So looking around nature, when we see patterns, when we see shapes, when we see geometry around us, we understand that we have mathematics in us. So inculcate that interest into the children to learn mathematics, create that attitude towards learning mathematics first, and then the children will be able to show interest. And today, for the purpose of incorporating nature's value into mathematics, I have taken up a theme from algebra. Algebra is some area where not many children like it, but why they don't like it is, I'll come back to that now. The theme what we have taken up is balancing a simple equation. So let us take up that and see how an equation can be balanced in mathematics. Let us take up that. I think
the best way to help children
yes.
solve and understand linear equations is to think about them as a set of balance scales. Indeed, if we take the word equation, we can almost get the word equal out of it. So what I like to think of is that my equal sign is actually in the middle, and that this side of my balance scales is equal to this side. It is balanced. I can demonstrate this principle a little bit further with my scales here and some of these small weights. At the moment, my scales are unbalanced. I've got 3 on this side, only 2 on this side. And therefore I need to add a further 1 to this side for my scales to be balanced. Now I can actually do any mathematical operation on either side of these scales, remembering I must do the same to both sides in order to keep it equal, in order to keep it balanced. If I was to say, do a multiplication, double what I have on this side, times it by 2, I therefore end up with 6 on this side. In order for it to be balanced, I must do the same to this side, multiply it by 2 to give me 6 on this side, and it's balanced. It's also the same for subtraction. If I was to subtract 2 from this side, it's unbalanced. In order to balance it, I subtract 2 from this side. What I'm going to demonstrate is division. If I was to divide this by 2, half it, I end up with 2 on that side. In order for it to balance, I must do the same to this side, divide by 2, and it becomes balanced. And it's as simple as that. Often in algebra, we talk about unknown quantities. But what do we mean by that? Well, in each of these bags, I've placed the same number of weights. We don't yet know what's in them, so these are our unknown quantities. We need to give them a label. So we could use, say, a question mark, as we don't know yet what's in there. Or indeed a triangle. But typically, in algebra, we use a value of x. Now, because they're the same in each of these bags, I can give them the same label. And if I was actually to put these together, I could actually call them 2x. Indeed, if I had 3 of them, that would be 3x, and so on. I'd like us to consider trying to solve the equation of 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. Now, I have my 10 weights on this side. I have my 2x on this side. I now need the addition of 4 in order for it to be balanced. As I'm told, that is the actual equation. 2x plus 4 equals 10, therefore it has to be balanced. In order to solve this problem, I need to have x on its own is equal to just a number on its own. But at the moment, I have an addition of 4 and a multiplication of 2 there, which I need to remove. I can't simply just rub them out, and that just doesn't work. So I need to try and apply my balance method. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the 4. A subtraction of 4 from this side will obviously unbalance my equation. So therefore, I need to do the same to this side. I need to subtract just 4. And my equation, once again, becomes balanced. So I now have 2x is equal to 6. So I now need to try and remove this multiplication of 2. Well, I can divide by 2. I can halve everything. But again, I have to do the same to both sides. So if I halve what I have here, take one of them away, then becomes unbalanced again, but I must do the same to this side. I must halve what I've got on here. So I'm going to remove 3 of them, and once again, it becomes balanced. So now I'm left with what was my unknown quantity, x is equal to 3. And just to prove to you that's what is actually in the bag, my 3 weights there. Let's solve a more complex question now using the techniques I've just shown you. If, say, we take 6x plus 5 is equal to 83, my equation is balanced, my scales are balanced. I need to start by removing this addition of 5. So I can subtract 5 from this side. Now, plus 5, take away 5, leaves 0. So that actually disappears. But I must do the same to this side. I need to subtract 5 in order it to still be balanced. Now that, 83 take away 5, leaves me 78. I'm now left with 6 lots of x is equal to 78, and I just want 1 lot of x. So what I need to do here is actually divide by 6. Divide that by 6 would leave me x on its own. However, I need to do the same to this side of my balance scales. I must divide by 6. And that, in fact, using a calculator, because we're not testing addition and subtraction skills, would leave me an answer of 13. I hope that helps.
So, you saw in this balancing of simple equations, you have a left-hand side, you have a right-hand side. And what is meant is that both sides should be equal. Think about our life. At home, there are lots of give and take policies happening between family members, isn't it? If a family has to go smoothly, it has to balance. It has to balance. If one is a very, very angry person at home, the other person will be very, very subdued. So that the anger doesn't, if both people are angry, the whole thing, the roof will come out. So one has to always balance. So the balancing act is what simple equation is teaching us. What it says is that whatever on the left-hand side has to be balanced on the right-hand side so that the equation is very well balanced. This is the mathematics concept. When it is applied to our own life, nature's love, when we are talking about nature's love, what we can say is that it is talking about equality. It is talking about equality. Everything is equal in nature. Everything has a place. I am very, very sure about this kind of a principle. If at all we are able to teach our children that everyone is equal, everyone has to be tolerated, everyone has to be loved, everyone has a place of his own in this universe, then the world would be a very beautiful place for us to live in. So this topic of simple equation is teaching the children the value of balancing. The value of nature also does that. But you know, we have been seeing disaster of nature in the recent past, in northeastern places, in the northern place, in the south, when the floods came in, the fury of nature we have all seen. What is nature is doing is it's doing a balancing act. When our old people say, when the evil increases in this world, there is a way to settle it down. That is what our old people say. So nature also has a way to balance this kind of an act. And everything in nature has a place. Everything in this universe has a place. That is what our Ishopanishad says. Ishopanishad, which is the first Upanishad, says, Isha vasyam idam sarvam yat kinja jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita ma kasya svedhanam. What it says is that God Almighty is the proprietor of this entire universe. And in this universe, even animate and inanimate objects, each one has a place. At a point in time, no one on earth can take away the place of the other. That means everyone is equal. There isn't any higher or lower kind of an attitude possible. This is what nature is teaching us, and this mathematics equation is teaching you. Now, the children may ask you sometimes a question when you teach algebra. Teacher, It is so very confusing to learn this X, Y, Z variables, constants, etc., etc. Why do we learn this mathematics? Why do we learn algebra? Where is it going to help us in nature, in our own daily life? If they ask you, my very dear teachers, you have to do a little bit of a research, and let me give you some hint about it. You will have to say, why not? Why not? You are waking up in the morning with algebra. When you are switching on the alarm, that is algebra. When you are brushing your teeth, that is algebra. When you are standing under the shower, the water flow, how many minutes you are standing there, that is algebra. When you are sitting on the food table, your dining table, the time you take to eat one morsel of food and the other morsel of food looking into your mobile, that is algebra. When you are waiting at the bus stop, that is algebra. When the aircraft is taking off, that is algebra. The space program is algebra. Mother cooking food at home, the various recipes she is using, that is algebra for you. All right. So algebra is everywhere. Sports ground, when you are playing basketball, the way you are throwing the ball, the force with which you have to throw the ball to fall into the net, that is algebra. What is not algebra in this universe? So if only teachers, you are able to relate to the children about mathematics, they would probably be able to learn mathematics really, really well. So that is what nature is. Nature is talking to you about coexistence here. Nature is talking to you about balancing act, equality, everything. Compassion, kindness, everything is coming through this. Let us go to English. Do we have an opinion poll after this, Vidushi?
Yeah, ma'am, we do have one more opinion.
Please do give that first and then this slide.
Sure. Okay, so the opinion poll is right there in front of you. Just a minute.
Yeah, done.
Do you think by planting more trees every year, our responsibility to nature and ourselves is completely done? I request you to please click on yes, no, or partly. You have just 5 seconds more. 4, 3, 2, end polling.
Share the result.
Yeah, so, okay, it's a very, very mixed review. 42% are saying yes, 29% say no, and 29% say partly.
Partly, yeah. In fact, I must say, part of all the answers are correct, actually. It is not that June 5th is an environment day and we plant trees. Most of the schools take it up as an activity to plant trees because of their love towards nature, etc. After that, I want to ask the schools, do we take care of those plants? It dies a natural death. Next year again, we do that. So just by planting the trees alone, our responsibility doesn't end. Taking care of the plant, just like how you take care of your own kids, that is very, very important. When we give, we get. When we show respect, we get respect. When we smile, the others will smile. Everything is reciprocatory. So we need to take care of the plants. Planting alone is not enough. Okay, now let us go to we were showing that message from the simple equations, isn't it? That was the slide we were showing it up. Please do show that. Yeah, message from simple equations is, amidst diversities, one need to learn to coexist. There are many differences among things, variables in life, but there must be a balance in approach. We said that. Just as simple equations have a mechanism to balance the variables, nature has its own autocorrect systems if things go overboard. Learn to share and care. Equality is the best value that needs to be inculcated in children. This is what we learn from simple equations. Let's pass on to English. Now, here I want to, once again, I want to give you a here we are, the topic we are taking it up here is adverbs and adjectives. English is a beautiful language. We use adverbs and adjectives there. But many of us, many of the children do not know why we are using them. So this video will show you that. But before that, I want to give you a short story. This short story goes like this. There are two great friends, one long sentence and a little sentence. These two were walking. They were going for an evening walk. The long sentence was very happy. The little sentence was very sad. So the long sentence asked the little sentence, my very good friend, why are you so sad? So the little sentence said, I am not happy because nobody looks at me. When they hear you, they appreciate you. Their eyes are so widened and they look at you so very well. They appreciate you. But when they look at me, they don't look at me with that. They are very, very, very curt. What? They don't like me. So I am very sad. So the long sentence says, don't worry, I will introduce you to two friends. They are playing in the garden, I'll call them. He calls those two. And those two people, who are they? They are adverbs and adjectives. They come here. And then this long sentence tells them, look, our little friend, little sentence is very unhappy. So why don't you help? So these two adjectives and adverbs ask the little sentence, what do you want us? You make me beautiful like a long sentence. So they said, you call us, we are ready to help you anytime. So they join hands and the little sentence became so beautiful after adding the adjective and adverb, and it became very, very happy. Now this may look like a simple message, but then actually speaking, English sentences become beautiful, very, very beautiful, only when the proper adjectives and adverbs are added to it. Otherwise, a sentence becomes a little sentence and it doesn't carry any message. I would request Vidushi, please show the slide there.
What's the difference between an adjective and an adverb? It's easy. Adjectives and adverbs are both describing words. They just describe different things. Adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs describe verbs. The penguin swam in the cool water. Cool is an adjective because it's describing the noun water. Adjectives describe nouns. What other adjectives could we use to describe water? Now remember that adverbs are describing words too, but they don't describe nouns, they describe verbs. Makes sense, doesn't it? The animal moved slowly. Slowly is an adverb because it's describing the verb move. Adverbs describe verbs. What other adverbs could we use to describe how an animal moved? Let's review. Adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs describe verbs.
All right. So as such, adverbs describe the verbs, adjectives describe the nouns. As such, adverbs and adjectives have no role to play. They are simple words. But when they join a sentence, the entire meaning of the sentence changes. This is something which we need to give attention. Like, for example, when I say Ramu played, okay, Ramu played. It doesn't create any kind of an interest in you. Oh, okay, he played. But if I say Ramu played basketball beautifully, which makes you visualize how Ramu will be twisting his body, jumping, throwing the ball into the net. So much of a description comes to your face. A sentence is able to make more sense to you, meaning to you, purpose to you when we add adjectives and adverbs. So the English teachers, when they are teaching the children about grammar, particularly about adverbs and adjectives, they need to tell them how beautifully the sentence becomes when they add these words. So they are usually called helping words. So nature's love, when I take it, I could say that adverbs and adjectives are helping words. They help something. Do they expect anything in return? They don't. Anything, whatever we have discussed here, none of them expect anything in return for what they did. Help is such that Bhagavad Gita says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadajna. You do your karma. You have to help somebody, you help. Do not expect anything in return. So these are the beautiful principles of nature, just as trees, just as those simple equations, balancing act, just as these adverbs and adjectives, giving, making, coming together, making a sentence helpful. These are all nature's values. So here, what we need to understand is that nature has taught us about beauty in diversity, several types. It has the flora, fauna, everything, insects, birds, mountains, rivers, streams, oceans, everything in nature. All different, okay? But coexist. They all coexist. They all depend on each other. They are all beautiful. Everything in this universe is so very beautiful. Diversity mein, there is beauty. This is something we have to realize. They all coexist. They're all kind. They're all compassionate. They're all loving. So if only our teachers, when you are teaching your children these very, very important subjects, if you are able to get to them, the crux, the value, then everything will be beautifully understood by the children. Can we go to the next slide? We are about to close. You know, this is before that, just before this. Message from adverbs and adjectives is that care and share, coexistence, empathy, helping nature. And one more beautiful thing is that right people with the right people at the right time and at the right place for the right cause will make the purpose beautiful. That is what adverb and adjectives did, isn't it? And if I am an English teacher, I would also add one more value. What is that value? I would tell the children that join hands with only the right kind of people, because your friendship has to be meaningful. So add yourself or join yourself with great friends. That is what I would teach them. Next slide, please. This is something which I thought I should tell you. Truth of school life is simple. A first bench student knows the answer of every problem, but the last bench student knows how to face every problem. Isn't it true? Very true. The children sitting behind know every answer, everything. They will manage the situation so very well. We have to remember that children are capable of doing any great things provided we teach them like that. The next slide, which is the last slide, I would like you to show to the sheet. This is something somebody sent to me on a teacher's day. I loved it because it is chemistry and it is my subject. You know, they have the person, whoever invented it is so beautiful. Teacher, he has given an atomic number 210. There isn't anything like that 210, but he has invented 210. The first one is tellurium. Tellurium is an element which is a good conductor of energy. So teacher ka first letter TE, teacher is a good conductor of energy. All teachers on earth, if you see, they are all energetic. Kuch bhi ho, morning when they come to you, when they talk to you, they are so energetic and smiling. Teacher is a source of energy. The next one, actinium. Actinium is its processes cannot be studied without the required level of accuracy, which is very true. You cannot predict what the teacher will do next. No student can predict the teacher. So it is something like actinium. And hydrogen can react spontaneously and it is explosive when concentrated. Teacher is also like that. And eod is a bit soft but also firm and radiates light. So teacher is a bundle of energy, a bundle of love, nature's love. And that has to go to the children. So today I am concluding by saying that nature's love has been with us all the time. When we say nature is within us, all the values that nature carry also should be within us. And we have to evolve with those values, teach our children those values so that they become very great human beings. I must apologize to all the viewers. There had been a technical glitch in between, but I must thank you, Vidushi, Arvind, and all the others who helped me. And I must thank each one of you present there. Patiently you waited, listened to me, and I'm so thankful to you. Thanks to Hema Foundation as well. My very beloved teachers teach subjects, teach values, touch lives. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you so much, Vijayam ma'am. We love you. और बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ विदुषी डागा को कि हमें बहुत शॉर्ट वे में समझाए कि हेम वर्चूज और लर्निंग रेवोल्यूशन से हम किस तरह से इजी वे में जुड़ सकते हैं और खुद को, स्टूडेंट्स को, स्कूल को या हमारी संस्थाओं को हम सिंपलेस्ट वे में किस तरह रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. विदुषी डागा.
सभी को मेरा बहुत बहुत प्रणाम. डॉक्टर रवि विजयम, इट वाज ब्यूटीफुल. आपने जिस तरीके से हमें नेचर्स के साथ वैल्यूज को जोड़ा है, मतलब उससे कैसे जोड़ा है, वो बहुत ही सिंपल और इजी वे में सबको समझाया है. तो आप ये देख सकते हैं कि हमारे जो हेम वर्चूज में हम ये ही ट्राई कर रहे हैं, हाउ वी कैन कनेक्ट वैल्यूज टू डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स ऑफ स्टडीज. ओके, सो क्विकली आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर, एज सून एज यू गो ऑन गूगल, you have to type hemvirtues.com, HEMVIRTUES.com. आपको ऐसा पेज दिखेगा. अभी तक हमारे साथ 2,06,000 लोग जुड़ चुके हैं, बच्चे जुड़ चुके हैं और हमारे साथ कई स्कूल्स और टीचर्स जुड़ चुके हैं. अगर आप स्कूल है तो आप यहाँ क्लिक करके रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं, स्टूडेंट है तो यहाँ, टीचर है तो यहाँ, और प्लस अगर आप कोई एनजीओ है या कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो हमारे साथ जुड़ना चाहते हैं ताकि हम ये वैल्यू लर्निंग दुनिया भर के हर एक कोने में पहुंचा सके और हमारे बच्चों को एम्पावर कर सके, तो प्लीज हमारे साथ जुड़िए यहाँ पर क्लिक करते. ओके, जैसे ही आप जुड़ेंगे मैं आपको खाली ये बता देती हूँ, ये लॉगिन है एक स्टूडेंट का डैशबोर्ड. ठीक है, हमने ये देखा है कि किसी बच्चे को भी अपना कोई वैल्यू अगर उसमें हमें इनग्रेन करना है तो उसमें 21 डेज लगते हैं. तो हर वैल्यू को हमने 21 डेज एज इन 21 दिन या 3 हफ्ते दिए हुए हैं. स्टार्ट करने के पहले आपको एक बिलीफ सर्वे दिया जाएगा और ये सारी चीजें इंग्लिश, हिंदी, गुजराती या मराठी भाषाओं में आपके लिए उपलब्ध है. तो जैसे ही आप बिलीफ सर्वे पे क्लिक करेंगे, आपका ये जो बिलीफ सर्वे है, बिलीफ सर्वे मतलब कि वी वांट टू नो योर परसेप्शन बिफोर यू गेट ऑन टू द जर्नी विद अस ऑन हेम वर्चूज. So we will realize how much after doing Hem Virtues, what is the degree of change that we have brought into your lives. Now, once you do the belief survey, there is the week 1 of Fearless. So this Fearless is our first topic. When you click on week 1, over here, You will have different, so again we want to take a small little tiny little survey before you start the topic of fearless. Then there are various videos. So Dr. Chinu Agarwal, one of the world's renowned psychologists, she has in fact she is a part of Hame Virtues, and she has given her videos and tutorials, belief surveys, etc. And then when we see the video, we want to know before watching the video what has been your ideation, and after watching the video what has been the change in perception. So these are tiny little MCQs, and of course there is healing from real stories and lots of more. This is from Miss Anita Maheshwari herself, where how real story like real life heroes have been impacting our lives. जब आप ये कर लेंगे, सबसे मजेदार चीज है प्रैक्टिकल्स. यहाँ पर हम चाहते हैं कि लर्निंग विद फन हो और बच्चों को हम वैल्यूज विद फन उनके अंदर हम एम्पावर करें उन्हें. तो अलग अलग वैल्यूज, बिकॉज आई हैव सिलेक्टेड इन हिंदी, दैट्स व्हाई ऑल द कंटेंट इज कमिंग इन हिंदी. तो यहाँ पर आपको इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करना है, और जैसे कि हम ईमेल में कैसे अटैचमेंट करते हैं, वैसे ही यहाँ पर आपको अपने प्रैक्टिकल्स अपलोड करने हैं. वैसे ही आप जब देखेंगे तो फियरलेस का वीक 2 आपको दिखेंगे, जहां पर जो एजुकेशन स्टॉलवर्ड्स हैं जैसे डॉक्टर नागपाल सिंह, डॉक्टर नारायण अय्यर, डॉक्टर मनोज जोशी, इन सब के वीडियोस हैं. मिस्टर राजीव जी भार्गव एंड बालकृष्ण जी, जो आपके बच्चों के लाइफ्स को बहुत इम्पैक्ट करेंगे. लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, हमने ये पूरा प्लेटफॉर्म गेमिफाई किया है ताकि बच्चों को मजा आए. तो यहाँ पर बच्चों के रैंक्स, उन्हें काफी पॉइंट्स या उनको पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे जो बच्चे को थोड़ा और मोटिवेट करेंगे कि वो और अच्छे से इसे कर सकें. तो आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू, हमारा हेम वर्चूज प्लेटफॉर्म कंप्लीटली फ्री है, और इससे हमने खुद ने देखा है कि हमारे बच्चों में कितना डिफरेंस आया. हमने कई बच्चों को सुसाइड करने से भी रोका हुआ है. तो आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू, प्लीज स्प्रेड द वर्ड एंड ऑल्सो ज्वाइन इन योर स्टूडेंट्स सो दैट वी कैन क्रिएट अ डेंट इन द यूनिवर्स ऑल टुगेदर. थैंक यू अनीता भाभी.
थैंक यू सो मच विदुषी. और अब मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि, शिक्षा एवं शिक्षा जगत को एक नया आयाम देने वाली शख्सियत डॉक्टर ज्योति रेड्डी जी. आपने देश विदेश में अपनी क्षमता एवं योग्यता से भारत देश का नाम रोशन किया है. आपने कुचिपुड़ी नृत्य, लेखन, प्रबंधन, अन्वेषण, शिक्षण में अपने उत्कृष्ट कार्य के लिए अनेक पुरस्कारों को प्राप्त किया है. हाईबीज वुमेन्स लीडरशिप अवार्ड, अवंतिका डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम अवार्ड, बेनफ्रीड एक्सीलेंसी अवार्ड, आचार्य देवोभव अवार्ड जैसे अनेक पुरस्कारों से आप श्री को नवाजा जा चुका है. आपने शिक्षा के साथ सामाजिक सौहार्द, जीवन कौशल, समेकित शिक्षा एवं प्रयोगात्मक शिक्षा से शिक्षा जगत में एक विशेष अपना नाम स्थापित किया है. और आप श्री राम यूनिवर्सल स्कूल हैदराबाद की फाउंडर प्रिंसिपल हैं. साथ ही सामाजिक सरोकार से जुड़ी संस्थाओं जैसे रोटरी एवं नुवे फाउंडेशन की आप सक्रिय कार्यकर्ता भी हैं. आप श्री की उपस्थिति को हम सभी प्रणाम करते हैं और हमारे लिए गर्व की बात है, और हम सहृदय आपको मार्गदर्शन हेतु आमंत्रित करते हैं. डॉक्टर रेड्डी.
नमस्ते. The founders of HEMA Foundation, the team of Hame Virtues, a learning revolution platform, the academic director, Dr. Vijayam Ravi, all the eminent personalities of the education sector who are present here today, the school leaders, teachers, students, parents, and all other viewers. Namaste to everyone. I'm so honored to be a part of this platform today and meet you all through this virtual platform. Whatever has been mentioned in my intro, that is just a drop of ocean which became the result of some good intentions from the heart. So I don't believe in designations and titles. Those are only for facilitating the system. And whatever we do with heart, with good intention, with passion, love, awards and all those things are the part and parcel. Those should become the results of our intentions, but our intention should not be to receive something or to get something, right? That I strongly believe in that. So very kind of you to say so many things about me, but I am not such a great personality. Whatever ma'am has mentioned, when we look into the nature and the magnanimous power and energy of nature and the vibrations from the universe, I'm just a speck in the universe. So, and today out of almost, like when we started the session, it was more than 400 participants. So I'm just one of those participants. That's it. It's my honor to be a part of this. And I loved the way Dr. Vijayam mentioned about nature is nowhere, it is not outside, it is within, because it has touched my heart, because I strongly believe in the point that happiness is not outside, happiness is inside. I live with that caption of, you know, happiness leads to success, not success giving happiness. And our school is also called as a happy school. We believe in that, and the value system, the values are given a lot of importance in the school, like many other schools. I'm not saying that, but the way the integration happens in the subjects, the values, so it has really touched my heart. The session is so beautiful, Vijayam ma'am. Honored to meet you through this platform. So that's what I tell people, that if my security guard is happy, he gives the best in terms of taking care of our children, in terms of taking care of security of the school. If my teachers are happy, they give the best in the classroom. If students are happy, they put in the best efforts. If parents are happy, they support the school, right? So it is a happy school. So the values are most, so our school integrity, sensitivity, pride in one's culture, and pursuit of excellence are the 4 core values of the school. Just I'm sharing as it is related, nothing to do with the school, but the Hem virtues. The platform is really beautiful. What you have shown, how to log in, and what is there on the platform is really interesting and very meaningful. So it's not just like a formality that you have started the program. Your intentions and your passion and meaningful objectives. See, any organization's core values or philosophy becomes meaningful only when it is lived. So always I say, if someone comes to the campus, I tell the core values wall should not become a beautification thing to impress the visitors. The core values mentioned on those beautiful walls should be lived and felt by the visitors. That can happen only when it is in the culture of the organization, right? So the nature is within me, and the way the equality is brought in mathematics, the way the sharing and caring is brought in adverbs and adjectives, and the way the teacher's importance is brought in terms of elements of the chemistry, it's so beautiful, ma'am. I loved the session. And one thing I'm so happy to share, that planting trees for Environment Day and forgetting, yes, I completely agree. So in this context, I would like to share that past 2 years, I have rolled out an initiative. This could help other people also to take it forward if it is interesting. What we did is, I initiated, that is from the principal office bolke, so that bhav badega, seriousness aayega, project mein bolke, the project from principal's office, because these days, you know, we have to make something to make children get interest to do something. So plant and promote projects. So what it is, it's not about planting the tree. The child is expected to plant, take the pics and take care of the plant, that seedling sapling, in terms of nurturing it. They are supposed to click the pics in regular intervals, write about it, find out the scientific name or the therapeutic use, whatever it is. They have to explore the knowledge about what they are planting. They have to nurture with evidences. At the end of the year, they have to submit the project report. By then, in 1 year, maybe the sapling grows. Then that interest and the attachment with that plant in the child grows. So that has really worked a lot. And during pandemic, we have started online classes, Sparkling Saturdays, where it is about nature, emotions, speaking to each other, sharing discussions and all that. And we have conducted one complete event on Mad About Environment, Mad About Nature last year. So where, you know, the children did projects on how tires have taken the learning from honeybee comb, how lotus leaf has taught something to, so all inventions and discoveries from the nature, you know, how ant hill has given some inputs about skyscrapers. All those things were really explored a lot. And as you mentioned, ma'am, the minute we take the children into the lab of nature, that energizes, and the vibrations are completely different. And I feel it is time to consider nature as the, you know, resource of learning. We all know, but because of some challenges in day-to-day school activities or organizations, the how to integrate might be a challenge. But if we have heart, there is a way. So in our school, the classes happen in mango grove, the classes happen in tree house, the classes happen in under the neem tree. And it is proved when I made the teachers to do the survey, because I believe in evidences, data, because it should have maximum nothing. Don't do anything to impress parents or impress people. If you are doing something, meet the objective. That is my mantra. Do for yourself. Answer yourself at the end of the day, right? So it is found, it has happened that the classes of the chapters that are done under neem tree or in the mango grove, the learning experience and the results of understanding the concepts are more than the concepts which are done in the classroom. This is done as an activity also. So I think I cannot take long time. So it's wonderful to meet you all through this virtual platform. And we also run Shri Paryavaran program, which is like to inculcate that care and nature towards the environment. That is about, it's not just to have a program, we do have a curriculum for environment conscious. So we call it as environment conscious program, right? And in the online classes also we are running it, and children are loving to get it. So this time what we did is, because of the pandemic, in during Van Mahotsav, we told get into hydroponics and grow something. So that was something interesting. So we gave activities like sit in your balcony and observe how many birds are coming into your balcony, count the birds, and observe the different sizes of the birds, shapes of the birds. So they came and told that, ma'am, pressure nahi hai ab. Daily it became a habit to sit in the balcony and observe trees, observe leaves, observe birds, listen to the chirping of birds. So there is a lot of difference also in the way they are looking at things. So yes, nature has magic. It always depends on how we make use of it to make ourselves and our lives more meaningful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am. We are honored and blessed. और अब मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ हमारे आज के विशिष्ट अतिथि, शिक्षा जगत में स्वर्णिम सफलता प्राप्त करने वाली शख्सियत आदरणीय श्री रमेश चंद्र जी जोशी। आपने देश के ख्याति नाम शिक्षण संस्थाओं जैसे जीडी बिरला स्कूल, BRJD पब्लिक स्कूल, LK सिंघानिया स्कूल को अपने अनुभव एवं बुद्धिमत्ता से देश में कई सफल नागरिक दिए हैं। CBSE, AIEEE, AISSCE द्वारा दी गई जिम्मेदारियों को आपने बखूबी निभाया। आप श्री ने एवरी चाइल्ड मैटर्स, बिल्डिंग एथिकल लीडरशिप जैसे महत्वपूर्ण विषयों पर महारत हासिल की है। आप श्री की उपस्थिति को हम प्रणाम करते हैं सर, और आपको मार्गदर्शन हेतु आमंत्रित करते हैं। वेलकम सर।
नमस्कार। मैं अनीता जी की जो इंट्रोडक्टरी पोएम थी वहीं से शुरुआत करूंगा। हेमा फाउंडेशन कुछ कहना चाहती है सुनो, प्रकृति से प्यार की फरियाद करती है सुनो, विकास को सही रूप में परिभाषित करती है सुनो, युवाओं को प्रकृति से जोड़ने की कड़ी हेमा फाउंडेशन सुनो। Good evening all the brilliant people in this platform. First of all, it is a great learning intake for me, and for this my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Vijayam Ravi, the profound speaker of today's evening. Then chief guest, Dr. Jyoti Reddy, Sri Rameshwar Lalji, and Dr. Chinu Agrawal. When Dr. Chinu Agrawal sent me this, you can say, beautiful proposal, I will say, I was not aware that this way I will get enlightened. This way I will have the learning intake. And even 3 days back, I was just discussing with her what is actually Hema Foundation all about. And when I heard this name Hema, I tried to explore its meaning also, that is earth. So really, it is true justice to the name. And when what Hema Foundation is doing, that I came to know, is a brilliant thing. Because today's circumstances talks about nature, yes, because we are paying a big cost of it. And that's our responsibility as a human being. Simply, we cannot feel that we are superpower. As a human, this is our responsibility. There is not something magical about being in nature. You cannot put it in words, but you feel in deep within what Dr. Vijayam Ravi said. Just a few minutes of being in nature makes you feel healed and restored. Nature gives us strength, drains away all negative energy. You make your children to spend some time with the nature. You'll find the positivity. Even as an individual also, if you spend some time with the nature, you'll find how that negative get converted into positive. It is little to no wonder what since ages, thousands of culture and enlightened masters have always encouraged this connection with nature. Buddha, for instance, left his palace at a very young age to seek liberation in the woods. He even advised his disciples to meditate in the jungle to reach higher states of consciousness. For the children, how we can make the nature important, how we can make the teachers to realize it, the impact and significance of the nature for the young kids. Nature restores children's attention. Nature relieves children's stress. Nature helps children develop more self-discipline. Nature settings may promote social connection and creativity. Now, as a man of economics from the commerce background, when I take nature, what we taught to our generation in the last 100 years or 70 years of development, we taught them only one thing: economic growth and development, where our focus is about the GDP, gross domestic product. We never thought where we are going to take this development. If you look at Delhi, where the survival during the winters is so difficult because of pollution. Is it that development we are giving to our generation? Is it that development and growth we are talking about? No. We have to think of sustainable development. The development under which not only we are going to sustain happily, we are going to sustain our future generation happily. It is not that we are that much selfish that today we are going to enjoy the fruit of development by making the exploitation of natural resources and degradation of the environment. But what about the future generation? If you look the way we are making the exploitation of coal, then after 100 years we'll be taking our kids in the museum to show them this is coal. This is how we are taking the care of nature. And in 1798, Malthus, when he introduced his population theory, that time he has given a threat. What threat was thus given by Dr. Vijayam Ravi? Balancing. In his population theory, he says, if we are not going to put a stop on our own greeds, we are not going to put a stop on population, then nature is going to teach us, because nature knows how to balance the things. Rightly said by Dr. Vijay. So this is our responsibility. If we call ourselves that we are the supreme among the different species on the earth, this is our responsibility. With the power, this is our responsibility to take care of the nature, because we are getting the best from it. It is not all the time take. Sometimes we have to give towards the nature, and what that HEMA Foundation is doing. In economics, if I relate the nature with the subject, that we do also. In economics, we talk about consumption, we talk about production, we talk about investment. And when we go towards the nature and we carry our children there, and we show how the nature is doing the production, how the nature is doing the consumption, and how the investment takes place in the nature, and we get the dividends. The entire economics can be taught to the children while taking them to nature. So I salute the effort made by the HEMA Foundation, and it was a lovely session by Dr. Vijayam, Ravi. And really, ma'am, I'm going to take a lot from your lectures, from your, you can say, examples, and I'm sure that I'm not going to deliver in my school, that I'm going to share with a number of people, so that what HEMA Foundation is doing, it must go globally. It should not confine to the limited people. And I'm sure this will happen. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance and best wishes to HEMA Foundation. We are feeling honored and blessed. तो अब चलते हैं हम समापन की ओर, और मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ हेमा फाउंडेशन के प्रबंध न्यासी आदरणीय श्री महेंद्र जी काबरा को कि वे वेबिनार में पधारे हुए सभी गणमान्य अतिथिगणों का, सभी शिक्षाविदों का एवं सभी जिज्ञासुओं का हृदयपूर्वक आभार व्यक्त करें।
हेमा फाउंडेशन का ये परम सौभाग्य है कि हमारी जननी धरा, हमारी पृथ्वी माता के प्रति हम सभी समेकित भाव से इस कार्यक्रम से जुड़े हैं। हम सब जानते हैं हमारे सभी का जीवन माँ पृथ्वी की देन है। जो कुछ आज हमारे पास प्राप्त है वो सब इस धरा की ही देन है। आज के इस कार्यक्रम में किस प्रकार से हम प्रकृति से सीख सकते हैं, किस प्रकार से हमारे आने वाली पीढ़ियों का भविष्य सुरक्षित कर सकते हैं, ये सब हमने जाना। आज के इस कार्यक्रम की हमारी प्रमुख अतिथि डॉक्टर ज्योति रेड्डी जी, वो विशेष अतिथि श्री रमेश चंद्र जी जोशी के उद्बोधन ने किसी मंत्र से अधिक काम किया है। उन्होंने अपना अमूल्य समय देकर हमारे इस कार्यक्रम की शोभा बढ़ाई है। हम तहे दिल से आपका हृदय से धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करते हैं। साथ ही अनेक पैनलिस्ट इसके साथ जुड़े, उन सबका मैं ससम्मान आभार प्रकट करता हूं। साथ ही आज के इस कार्यक्रम को सरलता से जीवन में अपनाने के लिए नेचर इज विद इन अस, इस तरह का डॉक्टर रवि विजयम का भी, जिन्होंने इतने अच्छी तरह से इस विषय को लिया, उनका मैं अभिवादन करता हूं। संपूर्ण देश से इस कार्यक्रम से जुड़े सभी शिक्षाविद नागरिक के सहयोग से मेरा बारंबार आपको आभार, अभिवादन, और हम सब आशा करते हैं हेमा फाउंडेशन को आपका सहयोग इसी तरह से निरंतर प्राप्त होता रहेगा और इस संस्कार की यात्रा में हम सभी सहभागी बन साथ चलते रहेंगे। धन्यवाद।
पुनश्च आप सभी को मेरा हार्दिक धन्यवाद, आभार एवं सभी को मेरा प्रणाम, और आप सभी से हम फिर से मुलाकात करेंगे एक नए विषय के साथ जिसकी जीवन में हमें सबसे अधिक आवश्यकता होती है। जी हाँ, डेवलपिंग सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, और इस विषय को लेकर हम सबके समक्ष आएंगी देश की ख्यातिनाम मनोवैज्ञानिक एवं मनोचिकित्सक डॉक्टर चीनू अग्रवाल जी, अगले बुधवार 7 अक्टूबर समय ठीक 5 बजे। तो अब आज्ञा लेते हैं आप सभी से इसी मनोभाव के साथ कि भविष्य में भी आप सभी का अपेक्षित सहयोग हमें निरंतर इसी प्रकार मिलता रहेगा। आप सभी स्वस्थ रहें, व्यस्त रहें एवं सदैव मस्त रहें। वंदे मातरम। जय हिंद, जय भारत।